Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Keystone Sprinter 27 FWML. If you're looking for a shorter fifth wheel, you want a little couples coach, something where you get the great towability of the fifth wheel, but you don't want something massive. You still want to be able to park in a lot of different campsites. This is definitely one you'll want to check out. You have the rear kitchen here, you get the sofa directly across from the TV, and you have an outside kitchen. So let's actually start over on the entertainment center here. So as I mentioned, the TV is directly across from the sofa, so that way you have a good viewing angle. You don't have to crane your neck. Gives you something to do on that rainy day. You kind of have the brick accent wall here behind it. And then connected to it right down underneath is the multimedia center. If we turn it on, it's actually kind of cool right here in the center. You will actually see, there you go. So it has like a little display right there, which is kind of cool. Just makes it nice and easy to see what's going on. This will control both your speakers in here, well, the sound bar rather in here. It'll control the speakers outside as well, which are actually built into the awning, into the bottoms of the awning, because it's a Carefree of Colorado. We'll see that when we go out there. Also, you have a little bit of storage right down below, as well as storage up top. And as I mentioned, this one does have the outside kitchen on the other side of this entertainment center. Again, we will see that when we head outside. Moving back a little bit, you get into the kitchen. You'll see the stainless steel panels on the front here of the fridge freezer. I'll open it up for you so you can see the space. 8 cubic foot, plenty of room there for you. Cut out here as well. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. And it's easy to adjust. Right here you just have the button to be able to adjust it, to move it, from depending on how cold you want everything to stay in there. And then back a little bit further yet, you get into the rest of the kitchen. It has the newer style. We're starting to see this a lot more. A lot of manufacturers are using this, and for good reason. It's a recessed Furion cooktop. This one does have the lights on here too, so if you want the accent lights, you can have those. But it's recessed with the glass cover, so you can use that as prep space. Otherwise, you have the 3-burner cooktop right here. The front one is high output, and you have the oven here underneath in case you want to do some baking. The propane leak detector is right down below. It's an apt spot for it, so if you ever have any kind of leaks, you'll be safe right there. Also, a little bit of storage underneath the kitchen sink, so you have a spot for your trash can, and then you have 2 drawers right over here, so that way you have a spot for your flatware and some of your bigger dishes like spatulas, serving spoons, things like that. It is a single bowl sink, stainless steel bowl. I know some people don't like single bowls because it's a little bit harder to wash and rinse dishes, but the thing I do like about it is the fact if you use residential pots and pans, you can actually put them down in here. Also, it has a sink top cover, so that way you can utilize that as a cutting board and prep surface if you leave it just like that. 2 electrical outlets here in the kitchen, so a couple different places to plug in different appliances, or if you have a coffee maker. I myself am a coffee drinker. I'm an angry person in the morning if I don't have my coffee. So I'll put my coffee maker right here in the corner. You can plug it in and you're all set. You'll also notice that you have under lighting underneath your countertop right here. You can turn that off if you want. It's nice and easy, just a switch right there. And then of course you have storage all the way across the top. You can see that there, a little bit right in here too. This is actually pretty deep. And then you have the microwave and hood directly over the cooktop as you would expect. The other thing that's great is they were able to fit in a pantry. I really like when manufacturers are able to put this in for obvious reason. It gives you a ton of great space in there. So that is a good feature to have. Right over here to the side is our super slide. You have the dinette. This does drop down into a bed. I do it for you, but it's decorated currently with all the plates and everything. But what you do is you'll remove these legs right here from the flanges, both from the floor. They have flanges just like it right underneath the table. Take the legs out. The table will actually sit right here along these rails. Then you can take these back cushions and you will throw them right on top of the table. That will create your sleeping space there. Now, it's not going to be big enough for most adults, but it's great if you have children that are staying or if you need to put a pack and play up there. It's excellent for that too. You have storage underneath as well. Sprinter has kind of a neat system. So rather than having doors or something where you have to get down on your knees, you just remove that back cushion. You'll see a little loop right here. You can put your finger in that loop, lift it up, and that gives you access right there. So it's actually pretty convenient, pretty easy to get in there. You'll also notice that in place of having any kind of cabinets up top, they went with windows all the way around. They took them all the way up to the ceiling. And that helps kind of open the space up and brighten it up as well because it obviously lets in more natural light. Right over here is the sofa, as I mentioned, across from the TV. This one is a tri-fold. I'll show you that real quick. So what essentially you do is you take these back cushions off. That Velcro is brand new. It's sticking really well. Just put them right here for a quick second. And what you'll do is you'll lift up just like so. You will pull this out. You have these legs right here. Fold these legs down just like that. And then this part will fold down. Kind of push it down, lock it into place just like that. And this will be your bed. This is where you'll have any guests to stay the night. Definitely perfect for one adult. If you have two people and they don't mind cuddling up a little bit, it can work for two people as well. Right over here to the side, you have additional storage. I'll just kind of open that up for you so you can take a look. Some decent additional storage there, which is cool. You have a coat rack right over here for any jackets or anything that you want to hang up if you do some fall camping. You have an electrical outlet there. You'll also see this nice little bench right here when you walk in, so it gives you a spot to sit down and put your shoes on, and then you'll see that you have storage for your shoes right there underneath. Also, right over here, right as soon as you do walk into the door, you have a couple more coat hooks right there, as well as a bunch of key rings. If we look back into the hall area real quick here, I just want to show you, you have your thermostat right here. Then on the wall, you have the main control panel right up top. Underneath that, you have this remote, which allows you to control your awning light as well as the awning, your stabilizers, and then your slide outs all from this remote. So that way you can pop this out, take it right outside, and be able to control everything to make sure you're not going to hit a tree or anything like that when you open up your slide outs. If we take a look at the bathroom, you'll see right down here in the corner is a foot flush lever toilet. It is porcelain bowl, so it's nice and easy to clean. And as you'll see, I have plenty of leg room here, plenty of space for my shoulders as well. Over to the side is your linen closet, so you have a spot to put all your towels and all your other bathroom goodies. And then right over here is the one-piece residential shower. I really like having a one-piece shower. A, it's just nicer, and B, it's less chance for any leaks. When I step in here, I'm 6 foot. As you can see, I have plenty of room here, especially with the skylight. If you're a little bit taller, it gives you that much more height. Hand wand there. You also have some shelves, and you have a seat right down here. So, whether you want to sit down on it or if you want to use it to shave your legs, either way, it's pretty convenient. You have the mirrored medicine cabinet right over here to the side. Right down below, you have the big stainless steel bowl. You can see it's a little bit larger, makes it easier to wash your hands in there, brush your teeth, and you still have a good countertop space. You have an electrical outlet there, of course, too, and then little storage underneath. The master bedroom features a slide-out king bed. This is a 70 by 80-inch king bed, so you get that full 80-inch length. That way, if you're a taller person, your feet aren't going to hang off. You also have windows on both sides for cross ventilation, a leather headboard, and LED reading lights underneath the slide out. We take a look right up top here, you'll see your TV connection. So if you want TV, that's where it'll hook up at. You also have the, it's Wi-Fi ready. So if you want Wi-Fi in the coach, you can call the number and get that hooked up here in your Sprinter. Right up front is the wardrobe. You'll notice you have a shelf up top as well as a hanging rod right down below. And then you have an electrical outlet in there as well. Both doors here have mirrors on them too. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Sprinter 27 FWML. I know it's tough to see, but you have the front cap right here. It is redesigned for the 2019 model year. It's kind of cool. It comes in a little bit right here on the sides. You have LEDs inlaid right there. And then right up front, it kind of has an aggressive look on the bottom there as well. We take a look underneath here. You'll see that the front compartment is quite open. Never mind my battery pack right over here. But they did a good job of keeping all the cables and everything right over here. Excellent cable management. Your battery, of course, will go there. That naturally is vented. Right outside of that, you have a light right here, your controls for your front landing legs. This one is prepped for solar. So if you want solar, just buy the portable panels, plug it in right there. It'll trickle charge your battery. And then the control for your docking lights. You'll also notice right underneath you have the spare tire. Hopefully you never have to use it, but if you do, you know exactly where it's at. Coming around to the side, you'll see the new graphics package for the 2019 model year as well. It's kind of a gray color on there. A little more modern color scheme as well as the lines. Where a lot of manufacturers have swirls, this again is a little bit more modern with your straight lines on here. It looks like they did go to the Carefree of Colorado awning. I'm not sure, to be honest, if this is going to continue throughout the model year. Some of them, the 2019s, have the Solera on it. Some of them have the Carefree of Colorado. Both of them have speakers built in. Just the Solera awning will have it up in the head. The Carefree of Colorado has them right here. Both are the same principle, which is when you're playing music, essentially it's at your campsite rather than shooting out at your neighbors. Then you have an LED light strip on there as well, so you have light at night. We'll take a look at the pass-through storage here. We'll open that up. You can see it's pretty good storage inside. You don't have any plumbing or anything running through the center, so if you have larger items, you can fit them in here, no problem. That is a great storage compartment right there. And then up here in the corner, you have a light as well as TV hookups. Coming around here to the main entry, you'll see this one has the More Ride Step Above step system. 4 steps on here, so it is easy to climb up into the RV, and folks, you have excellent support and control with these. You don't get the bouncing that you get with your standard steps. Big foldable grab handle on here. They are all aluminum treads. You also have the grip on there, so that way you're not slipping all over the place when you're going in and out of the RV when it's wet like it is right now. You'll also see that you have the Keystone written in there, which is just kind of a neat little extra piece. The door itself is a friction hinge door, so kind of wherever you put it, it's kind of where it goes right there. And what you do to put the steps away, you open the door up. Here, I'll show you real quick. Open the door up like so. Now hopefully it's not soaking wet because a little bit of water is going to drip out, but then you just kind of go and lock that up in place. Again, if it's raining like it is right now, you'll want to make sure that you dry the steps off before you put them away. Otherwise you'll have a little bit of water right there at the entryway. Then right over to the side is your outside kitchen. So I talked about this when we were inside. This is a pretty cool feature to have. TV hookups right here if you want the TV. You also have the net for any items you want to store in there. The best part, of course, is the outside fridge that we have a place for any beverages you want out here or condiments. And then you have a couple little storage areas there too for plates, solo cups, things like that. Right down below, you have aluminum alloy wheels, which not only look great now, but will continue to do so because aluminum doesn't rust. And right in between is your Road Armor suspension system, which helps eliminate a lot of the vibrations from the road, preventing it from going up into the chassis. Right back here is your electrical outlet. You need to plug anything in outside, that's a great place to do it. And then outside water access. If you need water, if you're not getting it from nature like we are right now, that's where you'll want to get it from. Coming around to the back, this one does have a bumper on here with the end cap. So pop the end cap off, gives you a great spot to store your sewer hose. And tucked away underneath here, it's kind of tough to see, but right in here you'll see the propane quick connect. So if you want to do some cooking outside, that is where you'll hook your propane up to, or your grill or whatever you have. That way it's feeding off your 2 30-pound bottles up front instead of having to buy the small little green ones. 50 amp detachable power cord will plug right in there. And if you look up at the very top, you'll see this one has backup camera prep on here as well. Here on the off-door side is your docking station. If you need hot water access outside, you'll have that right here. Also satellite and cable inlets, black tank flush, as well as your water inlet for both your fresh tank fill and your city water. Just flip the switch there accordingly. Now, something you will notice is that the lock on here uses the key-alike system for your docking station, your pass-through, same thing with your door. What that means is someone that has a 751 key used to be able to go around, just open up all pass-throughs. With the Sprinter, they're not going to be able to do that. You're the only one that has the key. So as far as safety, that's something you can definitely feel confident in. Right here is the other side of the pass-through. You'll see that it is a big pass-through right there, again, as I mentioned. And then right up here, you have your 2 30-pound propane tanks with the switch over right in the center. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2019 Keystone Sprinter 27 FWML. If you're interested in this fifth wheel and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.